I think the best poem I can do to start off with, as we've just been eating lunch, is a food poem. And I've called it Food for Thought. When I was young, a sticky bun was not a treat. In fact, I'd eat one every day, and still I'd weigh the same amount. I didn't count each ounce and gram. Strawberry jam was still my friend. That's at an end. 'Cause now I find that my behind is somewhat more than once before, and I am told there's more to hold. My clothes disguise my larger size, so you can't see those bits of me that grow and grow. They have to go. To exercise my bulging thighs is now a must. Diet or bust. There's too much there. And everywhere I can't partake of chocolate cake or chicken skin or anything that's full of fat. I am. That's that. It's time to weigh my food each day to check and see what's good for me, what's virtually, they say, fat-free. No fat, no taste. More fat, more waste. To eat or not that yogurt pot, or if I may, some fromage frais. Now, when I shop, I have to stop, rethink my list, and I'll resist one sliver, please, of cheddar cheese. No sherbet dip or walnut whip I'm dying for, and I'll ignore and not take home that home-baked scone. Yes, I'm a stick, too thin through thick. Did you get it? Too thin, never mind. Too thin through thick, not giving in to diet sin for one more week till I look sleek. Or hopefully just less of me, a soupçon less, squeezed in that dress while I'm away on holiday. And then he will see the same slim me he used to know all those years ago. So just for him, I've got to slim. I hope and pray that he will say, "Oh, love of mine, you look divine, you look a treat. Let's go and eat." Thank you. Okay, I want to ask a question, and I want you all to be terribly truthful. Is anybody here like me a chocoholic? Yes. Hands up. There's more of you. Come on, I know you're there. I can see who you are, like you can see who I am. Okay, well, I've written a poem. I've written a poem about my two favourite loves. The first one is chocolate. And the second one, well, if you hear any reference to words in the Bible, it's not a coincidence. Another deadly sin. A cocoa bean is innocent. It's man that makes it sinful. I just can't eat one little bit. I eat it by the binful. There's milk and plain and bittersweet. Each on its own is lawful. But I can't stop, I eat them all, I give in, and it's awful. Oh, bittersweet is heavenly, and plain is just divine, and fruit and nut cannot be beat, I eat it all the time. Pure chocolate is wonderful, so why am I complaining? It's just, and I'm ashamed to say, I'm lousy at abstaining. A bar of chocolate in my hand, I'm like a beast that's grazing. And every single greedy bite is totally amazing. When they bring out a new delight, I think that I'm in clover. That's why my clothes are far too tight. My bra cup runneth over. Oh, why do the confectioners keep making new creations and try to add another sweet to add to my temptations? They gather the ingredients to absolute perfection and make the ultimate in sin. Immaculate confection. Thank you. Where is he?
Oh, we're not going to stop.
What?
We'd love one more.
You'd love one more?
Absolutely. Anyone.
Okay.
Anyone.
Right. I wrote this when I was young, single, and desperate. and I call it fairy tales. When I was a romantic child, and easy to convince, true love would conquer all, and every princess got a prince. In fairy tales, you always knew the frog was in disguise, and Cinderella in her rags would hop off with a prize. I liked to think my charming prince would suddenly appear. He would be handsome, brave and strong, slay dragons without fear. But as I grew, I watched my fairy bubbles all explode, because every time I kissed a prince, he turned into a toad. Thank you.
Lynne, that was fantastic. We will ask her to come back later on and another poem or two. But in the meantime, I give you Lynne. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Poetess extraordinaire.